Hello and welcome to English Parliamentary News. I'm Ada Gustari, and in this edition we will present all the latest and interesting information around the House of Representatives of the Republic of Indonesia. Member of Commission 5 of the House Rizky Nizami Karsayuda committed to improve the education facilities of Islamic boarding school in South Kalimantan, especially reconstruction of new toilets and dormitories. Speaking at the visit to South Kalimantan, member of Commission 5 Rizky Nizami Karsayuda explains, currently the school facilities, teachers, and curriculum in the religious education institutions are not getting full attention. Rifki adds the lack of clean and proper toilets become one of the problems that can cause the disease transmission potency to the student. Therefore, he demands the 2021 Public Works and Housing Ministry budget more focus on the renovation of toilets and classroom facilities for Islamic boarding school.
Sekolah dan madrasah mana saja di Kalimantan Selatan ini yang kemudian bisa dibenahi pada tahun-tahun anggaran berikutnya. Jadi ini isunya bukan hanya isu Kalsel, ini isu nasional, dan karena itu Komisi 5 sangat concern karena persoalan pendidikan ini adalah komitmen kita semua di konstitusi untuk kita tuntaskan dalam rangka mencerdaskan kehidupan bangsa.
Rifki Nizami also committed to push the rehabilitation and renovation program for the reconstruction of toilets facilities in Islamic boarding schools. Rifki also hopes that the drainage system in South Kalimantan could be repaired to prevent flood that can also lead to plague disease in the community.
Intervensi APBN tahun ini baru bisa masuk kepada madrasah yang negeri. Tapi untuk pondok pesantren, tentu pondok pesantren semua swasta, dan itu karena itu kami membenahinya mulai dari MCK-nya dulu. Mudah-mudahan ini pembenahan awal, nanti ke depan kami bisa banyak membenahi lagi. Selain MCK, kami juga akan benahi asrama santriwan santriwati untuk menyediakan rumah susun yang layak dan seterusnya dan seterusnya.
Hilman Hidayat, TVR Parliament, report. Commission 4 of the House supports the Environment and Forestry Ministry program to develop every regional final disposal site or landfill site, especially in Sematang Borang District, Palembang City, South Sumatra. At the visit to South Sumatra, member of Commission 4 Rizky Aprilia assessed the limitation of landfill in Sematang Borang needed government assistance because it could not accommodate more waste anymore. Rizky also stresses that the community keep participated to solve the waste problems.
Terus supaya karena TPA-nya ini juga sudah tidak maksimal, sudah tidak bisa menampung secara maksimal lagi. Nah, oleh karena itu katanya ada pengembangan. Nah, pengembangannya di mana kita lihat. Jangan sampai bicara dikembangkan tapi tidak dilaksanakan, kan begitu. Tapi kita butuh kontribusi masyarakat juga untuk bekerja secara simultan dengan pemerintah gitu loh.
Moreover, Rizky also supports that local community that are so productive in managing the waste problem by recycling the waste into valuable product, which could be sold as one of their sources of livelihood.
Ya, kalau tidak ada daya jualnya buat apa dikumpulin? Pasti kan masyarakat mindsetnya begitu. Saya begini untuk dapat hasilnya apa, kan begitu. Kalau nggak ada hasilnya saya juga nggak kepengen lah. Masyarakat juga intinya bahwa sampah itu punya daya jual, itu aja yang penting. Daya jual dan menghasilkan buat mereka. Dan saya sudah buktikan beberapa kami datang dan mereka produktif kok.
From South Sumatra, Fitian Aunila, TVR Parliament, report. Commission 8 of the House encourages the optimization of Islamic boarding schools or pesantren to build young generation character and protect future generation from the moral crisis which could hinder the nation progress. At the visit to Riyadus Solihin Islamic Boarding School in Pandeglang, Banten, Chairman of Commission 8, Yandri Susanto states the Islamic boarding school duties and responsibility in the globalization era are getting heavier due to the nation characters and moral value degradation of future generations become a threat for the nation integrity.
Bangsa terhadap kemerdekaan Republik Indonesia termasuk mengisinya. Dan Indonesia sih tidak kurang sumber daya manusia, yang kurang akhlaknya, yang kurang budi pekertinya. Maka pondok pesantren saya meyakini tetap sumber utama dan penuh dengan kesungguhan untuk melahirkan manusia-manusia yang luar dalam insya Allah baik.
Yandri also demands everyone to stop labeling the Islamic boarding school students, teachers, and religious figures as radicals. He thinks that these judgments are so shallow and generally hurts Muslims.
Salah satunya menurut saya yang akan menangkal radikal itu pondok pesantren karena kurikulumnya bisa dipantau, bisa diawasi oleh Diknas maupun Kemenak, orang-orang juga bisa dipantau, tapi sekali lagi kalau cadar cingkrang sama cadar bukan radikal. Termasuk di sini, Russelin banyak yang tapi saya tahu ini Ustadz Farudin dan kawan-kawan ini sangat NKRI, sangat merah putih.
Therefore, the government should muffle all issues about radicalism and intoleration which often trigger communities conflict. From Pandeglang, Fajar Ilhami, TVR Parlemen, report. Commission 4 of the House urged the government to enforce laws related to illegal deforestation that has been utilized the forest illegally. Member of Commission 4 Andi Akmal Pasludin hopes the government could strictly enforce law to the big plantations companies who did illegal deforestation and not paying their non-tax revenue arrears, so the forest conservation can be immediately restored and return the state losses.
Sekitar atas 500 triliun ya kerugian negara akibat ini. Nah, oleh karena itu kita berharap rapat ini nanti memberikan kesimpulan, rekomendasi agar segera ada tindak lanjut. Bukan hanya LHK tapi kepolisian dan KPK. Karena kerugian negara sangat besar sekali. Kami akan minta nanti data-datanya dari semua provinsi, 8 provinsi besar ini, mana yang memang yang menunggak, mana potensi berapa lahan kira-kira berapa juta hektar yang memang dirambah kawasan hutannya.
Member of Commission 4 Darori Wonodipuro adds, as stated on the Law Number 18 of 2013, all of the law enforcers should take strict action towards the plantations which violate the forest land utilization regulation.
Semuanya di penjara. Jadi kalau untuk perkebunan besar, itu ada undang-undangnya di 18 itu, dipidana dan kebunnya disita untuk negara atau didenda. Nah, ini yang perlu ditindaklanjuti karena data ini juga ditangani oleh semua penegak hukum, baik KPK, Kejaksaan Agung, kepolisian itu sudah ada datanya. Tinggal melangkah satu langkah lagi, itu sudah banyak.
Commission 4 of the House urges the government to be stricter in handling the illegal plantations and deforestation activities. Ferdian Enzia, TVR Parlemen, report. Commission 4 of the House demands the government to pay more attention to the farmers' welfare. Speaking at Nusantara Building, Senayan, Jakarta, member of Commission 4 of the House, Slamet, assessed the government has not showed their side to farmers. Slamet say there are a lot of farmers who have a big loss at the harvest time because the agricultural commodities selling price are tends to down. Therefore, Slamet asked the government to make regulation that could help the farmers.
Sehingga apa yang harus dilakukan 2021 perlu mengkaji bagaimana kemudian subsidi yang diberikan itu tepat kepada para petani kita. Bagi saya subsidi pasca panen ini menjadi jaminan untuk memberikan kesejahteraan kepada petani. Oleh karena itu, kalau ada pendapat terkait dengan evaluasi subsidi pupuk, saya setuju asalkan subsidi pupuknya dialihkan kepada subsidi pasca panen.
The same thing also stated by a member of Commission 4 of the House, Suhardi Duka, says the minimum budget of Agriculture Ministry caused difficult in creating the food self-sufficiency.
Saya kira sesuai dengan laporan yang ada, sampai saat ini sektor pertanian masih tumbuh dan berkontribusi untuk pertumbuhan ekonomi. Hanya memang terjadi penurunan karena disebabkan oleh beberapa hal. Yang pertama, anggaran di sektor pertanian tidak menjadi prioritas. Jadi kontraproduktif.
The government should add more budget allocation for farming sector to actualize food self-sufficiency in Indonesia. Oki Zulindra and Ade, TVR Parlemen, report. To prevent the spread of new variant of coronavirus from United Kingdom, it does not enough to just use 3M protocols, which stand for mask wearing, hand washing, and social distancing. But we need to use the new 5M steps, which aided the vaccination and applying health protocols. Speaking after the meeting with the head of National Disaster Mitigation Agency or BNPB and also National COVID-19 Task Force Chief Doni Monardo in the House of Representatives Senayan, Jakarta, member of Commission 8 of the House Rudy Hartono Bangun says, we need to be aware of its spreading by implements the health protocols. Rudy adds the 3M protocols are not enough to prevent this new variant of virus, so we need to do the 5M protocols to prevent it.
Mungkin bisa ditambahi 5M, ya kan? 5M itu 2M-nya lagi mungkin
ayo ikuti vaksin, ya kan, ikuti program pemerintah, ya kan. Yang kelimanya saling curiga sudah, kan gitu. Kalau nggak kita curiga dalam arti sehat nggak?
Moreover, Rudy Hartono Bangun demands the civil society to not tire to implement the health protocol strictly, because only with the public awareness we could prevent the spread of this new variant of coronavirus.
Mengenai cerita pandemi ini, kita lihat di London, di New York, di mana-mana ini kan ada gelombang kedua yang virusnya lebih besar. Kita berharap kepada masyarakat berhati-hati, super hati-hati, ya kan. Kerumunan ataupun kita kumpulan ini juga saling menjaga dan waspada.
This new variant is found in UK are mutated so fast and very dangerous. Habibie and Bahri, TVR Parlemen, report. To protect and prevent theft and misuse of personal data, member of Commission 1 of the House urged the article of law about data protection system also has hard and forceful punishment for the data thieves. Member of Commission 1 Hasanuddin states the government must protect the utilization of public personal data and should not allow any party to misuse and abuse it for business or political interests. Besides the regulations, we also need to provide a harsh and binding punishment to give a deterrent effect against the data thieves.
Dan bagaimana memberikan perlindungan terhadap data pribadi perorangan yang menjadi miliknya, yang tidak boleh dimanfaatkan untuk kepentingan-kepentingan yang dapat merugikan yang bersangkutan.
Hasanuddin adds the existence of a special institution or a responsible ministry to watch and act the personal data thieves is still be a consideration. But the Personal Data Protection Bill should focusly protect the public personal data at its best.
Apakah nanti ada yang pengelola khusus, yang independen, atau itu di bawah salah satu kementerian, nanti ini masih debatable untung ruginya. Ya, kemudian kita lihat perkembangannya lebih lanjut.
Commission 1 of the House with the government are discussed around 145 list of problems inventory at the Personal Data Protection Draft Bill. This bill is targeted to be passed by March 2021. Hilman and Ridwan, TVR Parlemen, report. Due to natural disasters in several regions in Indonesia, member of Commission 8 of the House demands the government to focus on the disaster emergency response that requires the coordination between various ministries. Member of Commission 8 of the House Lisda Hendrajoni demands the National Disaster Mitigation Agency or BNPB to update the field study sites mapping so we could know the exact numbers of the victims, especially the one which has not been evacuated. Besides, the importance of the knowledge and research mitigation is also needed, based on the characteristic of the disaster resources as well as the conditions of the region and the community.
Nah, nanti setelah dipetakan mana daerah-daerah yang rawan bencana ya seperti longsor itu kan adalah dari, mohon maaf ya, kesalahan daripada manusia. Jadi harusnya daerah itu bukan untuk pemukiman. Nah, ke depan tentu pemetaan ini harus betul-betul serius ya sehingga tidak lagi terjadi hal-hal yang seperti sekarang ini.
Lisda Hendrajoni adds emergency response preparation is very important to assure logistic availability for the victims at the shelters, such as foods and other needs.
Jangan dibiarkan pemerintah atau lembaga terkait saja yang memperhatikan itu, tapi kita semua segenap bangsa Indonesia juga harus terus gotong royong untuk sama-sama meringankan.
BNPB noted there are 136 natural disasters happen in Indonesia throughout January 1st to 16, 2021, which caused 858 injured victims and 80 fatalities. Andri, TVR Parlemen, report. And that runs up this edition of English Parliamentary News. On behalf of all the crew of TV Parlemen, we would like to thank you for your attention. We will meet again in the next edition of English Parliamentary News. From me, Ada Gustari, once again, thanks for watching and goodbye.